One of the best ways to immerse the players in the fantasy of our games is to use evocative environments. A haunted house with rattling furniture and sudden drops in temperature. A cave of crystals that holds visions of one's past and its reflections. Or a ship that sails through the sea of stars and bodies of dead gods. These environments inspire wonder and serve as a backdrop for memorable stories. But how can we portray them to our players? The most obvious way is using descriptions to set the scene. We address their senses to bring the characters surrounding to life, giving them just enough for their minds to make up the difference. I've talked about descriptions in one of my other videos, so today we'll focus on two different aspects: the game system and world building. We'll review two kinds of fantasy storms, the Phase Storm and the High Storm, and see how we can use them to improve our world building. We'll check a couple of inspiring examples for supernatural regions and phenomena taken straight from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything to learn how wizards did it. And we'll consider a more tactical approach to weather that makes combat more exciting. Ready? Let's go. What's up, Battleflums? My name is Aviad and I help game masters craft the best experience they can, and today we're doing it with supernatural environments and weather. Our goal is to make the environment feel as real and relevant as possible. One way to achieve it is by weaving it into our world. Say that we have a rare Feywild storm that generates pink lightning that permanently polymorphs whatever it hits. Zap! You're a goat now, sorry, I don't make the rules. If this is a recurring thing in our world, then it would make sense for people to build some sort of shelter to avoid becoming a herd of cows. Let's say that bunkering at home won't work, since Fey lightning transforms structures as well. But an inch of iron can stop it. Okay, cool. Now before we even say anything about the storm, we foreshadow its existence by describing iron bunkers around town. Maybe rich people can afford a private bunker at home, but most of them would run outside to seek these shelters to weather the storm. Ooh, even better. Before the characters even arrive in town, describe an abandoned caravan surrounded by confused wild animals that don't really fit in the environment. A wandering circus, perhaps? But where is everyone? Mystery. Another amazing example for world building done right is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. If you watch some of my videos, you probably know that I'm a big fan of the Cosmere, and in the world of Roshar, you can really tell that the entire world was shaped by the high storms. These massive storms produce winds that carry boulders, and the intense rain floods lower regions, creating powerful rapids that can carve through the earth. The natural world adapted to the storm's might. Crustaceans thrive in these weather, and plants developed a variety of ways to either avoid the brunt of the storm or withstand it. Because the storm always arrives from the east, the people of Roshar never place windows that face that direction. They prefer a strong layer of stone to shelter them from the wrath of the Stormfather. Now, you don't have to make the weather as dominant as it is in Roshar, but a good world creates the illusion that it exists outside the player's point of view. We achieve that by creating elements that rely on or support supernatural phenomena. Time out! Have you ever felt like the rules of D&D are missing something? That there are rules that simply don't exist? Boy, do I have something for you. The Dungeon Coach is the undeniable master of homebrew, and he just launched a completely modular 5e rules expansion called Alkander's Almanac of all things. It includes new martial actions, spell mechanics, and 100 more ways to customize combat at your table. Want to make exploration more meaningful? It has several systems that do just that, including my all-time favorite, the full rest system. It even has a bunch of systems that inspire the players to roleplay. Use the link in the description to support the Kickstarter and get your own copy. I'm filming a vid... Oh, okay, I guess. I wonder what's in here. Stop stealing the Dungeon Coach's style. What the hell? Are you for real? I'ma make my own almanac with blackjack and hook horrors. Alright, now it's time for some fun with game mechanics. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything provides 14 environmental hazards that we can add into our worlds to bring them to life. Let's review a few of my favorite examples. The first is a haunted region. Homes burdened by dark deeds. the sites of mass killings and locations where individuals died, experiencing powerful fear, sorrow, or hatred. The rules say we should consider rolling on a D100 table when one of the following happens. A creature becomes frightened, multiple creatures cannot see, a creature is alone, midnight or some other ominous hour arrives, and when a creature tied to the region's grim history menaces the party. When one of those conditions are met, something happens. If we roll a 42, one random creature is targeted by the Levitate spell. On a 29, one random creature's shadow acts independently. On a 77, one character that sleeps in the region will have a brief nightmare where they experience the grim fate that created this region. And if we roll a 100, a mysterious mist rises from the shadows, sucking the life out of creatures in the area. The reason I like it so much is because it's not just another ghost encounter. You can explore the mystery and feel haunted even though you don't necessarily see a ghost. These effects create and maintain tension, building up towards a grand revelation as the characters piece together the puzzle. Another great example is Unraveling magic. The source of magic is damaged or corrupted in this region. Magic is unpredictable, and strange results occur when a creature casts a spell. Such regions come into being when potent rituals go wrong, in the aftermath of cataclysmic magical battles, or where an artifact was destroyed. The effects of Unraveling magic include a sudden anti-magic field, random creatures recovering spell slots, 2 random creatures switching locations, and if you roll 100, a random creature gets a wish. I like how dangerous this table feels. There are several damaging effects like sudden flares of magical energy and lightning strikes, all to portray how volatile magic is in this region. Tasha's Cauldron has a few other great examples like Psychic Resonance, Eldritch Storms, or even Mimic Colonies. How awesome is that? Wizards of the Coast did a marvelous job with that one, and inspired a few ideas for my setting, like the Mist Enclave, regions dominated by spirits that shape the landscape and weave powerful enchantments on creatures within, or Doldrums, areas where the link between body and soul slowly severs, causing people to lose themselves over time. You can find my work in Maeve's Almanac of Spiritual Phenomena, which will soon be available to our Buccaneer patrons. My wonderful patrons help me keep the lights on, so I give them awesome perks to return some of the love. You can secure your own copy and check out the available support tiers by following the Patreon link in the description. Thank you for considering. Let's talk about weather. Using weather is a fantastic way to spice up your combat encounters. An encounter at sea is a lot cooler when a storm threatens to sink the ship. Just like legendary creatures have lair actions that happen every round, we can create a hazard action to represent the current danger. In our case, the storm forces everyone to roll a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or fall overboard. On the following turn, it could send a lightning to strike a random creature. To make things even more extreme, we can decide that the crew also has an action in combat, and that the hazard becomes even more dangerous if they fail a maneuvering check to steer the ship on their turn. If their check is lower than 10, the DC of the hazard action goes up by 5. A roll of 10 to 19 would leave the DC as it is, and a roll of 20 or higher would reduce the DC by 5 to a minimum of 5. If the crew loses a few members, they make checks at disadvantage, and if the player characters find a creative way to help, they could grant advantage, or even cause the roll to succeed automatically. Okay, I want to hear some ideas, so tell me about the most creative use you've seen for the environment in a game. Why did it work so well? If you enjoy seeing me on the internet, hit the like and subscribe buttons. The channel's new goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and the best way to help is sharing this or any of my videos with a friend. I wouldn't go in depth, but the YouTube algorithm picks videos that a lot of people share and suggests them more often, so by sharing a video you basically tell the algorithm that it's worth watching. Thank you for watching, and until next time friend, remember that you are awesome, keep being awesome, and I'll see you beyond the screen.